anything else this evening. I guess I'm going to get on for a while, right? Somebody took my lighter. You know, I have no lighter. Okay. Oh well. Life goes on, right? Life goes on. So, what are we going to do this evening? We're going to play some drumming because, oh my gosh, isn't it just magical? Okay. I'm cleaning my desk because I need to feel a bit of structure. And we are going to take a moment. Was it live on Instagram for a couple minutes? Because it's supposed to be. But I can't see Instagram's comments. Did it show it and then it went off? Or did it stay? Hi, everybody. Now you shot in the evening. I've dropped off Sam at the airport today. We had class today. Took some meetings today. Just been a really, yes, before it hit YouTube and Facebook. And then it went off? What the heck? It's just been an interesting day. We had a snowstorm. Not a snowstorm. We had an ice storm. So he didn't fly out yesterday. So he had to fly out today. And, I never really thrilled when he leaves. But it is a thing. And we all have to adjust to what we have going on, right? So I hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon, evening. The dogs are very upset that I'm not allowing him in my room. But they'll be okay. Just odd. Yeah, it is odd because it was supposed to stay on. So tonight we are going to do and run through some readings. If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. Look a little rugged. Just kind of here, right? Just kind of here. So what kind of day have you guys had? Give me a word. Sum up your day in a word. Sum up your day in a word. Because mine's been challenging. It's always challenging when Sam gets on a plane and heads off. It just is. Exhausting. Hi, Jennifer. Sam and I are talking about taking a trip to Sedona. Right? Nice, cloudy, fried. Shadow, right? Shared. Thank you. So, hibernating, frustrating, mending, quiet, snowy, right? Dawn Porter, has your pack gotten there yet? Wait, no, it didn't. I know it didn't because we had that ice storm. Our postage didn't run. Yeah, we're just, it's going to be a spur of the moment thing because Sam's job is so weird. Right now we have to, hi Sandra Oaks, I feel like I just talked to you, that we have to be like, you know what, next weekend, let's go to Sedona. That's the way we're going to have to play it. We're going to do the bathroom. I get it, right? Water pills. Yep. Sam's on high blood pressure meds and he does the same thing. So hi everybody. So let's run through some readings this evening. So let's go with Trish Kopis. I want to go with an animal totem for you, Trish. I want to talk about, can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me now? I have my speaker back here and it has some drumming on it. So long and tiring. Understood. Challenging. So Trish, I want to go with animal totem for you. I want to talk about a butterfly. You can hear me? Okay, good. There are times that we are going to feel as if we have been kicked in the teeth and we're just tired. We're just damn tired, right? Like, why would I have chosen Is that better? It tries to compensate, I think, for the speakers. Why would I have chosen to come back and do this right here, right now? And, it is, we do it for the lessons. And what your guides are saying is this butterfly, this animal totem, it's a transitional animal totem for you, by the way, Trish. It is a totem that is going to be in for a time, and then you're going to have achieved that lesson and then move on to the next. So just know that you're going to come out on the other end of this, and your guides actually say trauma, emotional, distressful situation, that you're going to come out on the better side of things. And it's kind of interesting that they put it that way, because Sam and I were talking about this the other day. We didn't really consider that all of this corona crap would be as emotionally disruptive as it is for massive amounts of people, right? There are so many of us, especially empath huggers and people that like that human contact, that are feeling the blow of this at this point. Hey, Lori, did I just see you? That are feeling the emotional blow of not being out in public and being able to go do some of the things that we want to do quite freely. So make sure you guys are paying attention to your energy. If you're feeling a little low, find something good to do. Find something spiritually uplifting for yourself. And it really is important to keep raising our energy and our vibrations, because the energies that are out there right now, just it's very dampened. So do something for yourself. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see who we're reading for this evening. Yeah, something good to do, log out of work, right? Aren't we all blessed to be able to have employment, though? I hope that helps, Trish. You have something coming up. We all have something coming up, believe it or not. We really all do. My guides keep saying end of March or end of February, end of February. They have been saying end of February since the end of November. They've been very specific. End of February, things are going to lighten up. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but I do know that that's what they keep saying. I've not been myself lately, snort, right? So I'm kind of excited to see what's coming in the end of February, to see what the change is. And what I don't think is really funny is no grumpy face, good, no grumpy faces. One of the things my guides love to do is talk about earthquakes, right? I can go, okay, there's going to be an earthquake over here, and that's what they tell me, and that's what I tell everybody else, and then there's an earthquake. But yeah, when we have an earthquake here, they say nothing. They leave me in the dark. I'm not an earthquake kind of girl, okay? I like my ground to be flat. I like my roads to be straight, and I like my ground not moving. And very Midwestern kind of girl here, right? You can't throw curveballs at me like that. Either they give me a heads up, hell no. And here my coffee starts shaking, and I'm like, what ain't right? So, this happened 2 days ago. I'm like, that's not good. We had earthquakes in the South, little ones. So weird. Yeah, right? We have had a series of earthquakes in Oklahoma here over the last couple weeks. A series, because Sam looked it up, and he looked it up and said there's been like 7 or 8. You just described Saskatchewan. I'm in Oklahoma. Oh yeah, it sounds like a freight train. It was a very far off freight train. I've been in one where it sounds like a freight train's coming through my house before, but that scared me. That was in Virginia. But this one, I was, and it comes with an energy. Have you guys ever been in an earthquake and felt the energy of an earthquake? It affects you. It affects your stomach. Like what the hell? It just doesn't feel right. North Carolina got them. You didn't feel it? Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. Dallas has them due to fracking. Yeah, I don't know what caused these, but this one, but I was not a fan. I was not a fan. That's like a tornado. Oh, whatever. It's just this stuff has been happening in my room last week. Not this week, but it depends where they hit. I agree. I agree. Okay. Yeah, the tornadoes are like we live in well, okay, we're here in Tornado Alley here, but Tornado Alley goes all the way up through Ohio Valley, and we have a house here, and then we have one at the other end of it because why not? Let's live dangerously. Right? You do not miss the earthquakes, cold weather, or tornadoes, right? Oh, we've had them in Georgia, rolling. Depends. Yeah, it's just this weird, weird feeling. It is. It's just weird. Um, my guides usually are on it and telling me where they're going to be, but they didn't bother to tell me about my own. So I don't know what good that is. But anyways, it goes all the way to West by God, Virginia, right? West by God. Okay, you can tell I've been there. Yeah, we meet again, right, Linda? Absolutely. You, you have tornadoes in Saskatchewan? You have, yeah, California. Yeah, no, not gonna do that. Okay, so let us. I felt the Northwich earthquake, though it was the end. Okay, let us move on, you guys. Let us move on. So let's move to where did I see that? Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes. Chris, what are you trying to figure out? What are you trying to put together? What are you trying to formulate? I get this. You're trying to connect the dots. You're trying to figure out a puzzle, something along those lines. They're showing connecting the dots. They're also talking about the astrology associated with those dots because they're showing the dots as astrological signs, actually showing them as constellations. They're actually showing, more specifically, they're showing Ursa Major, the bear. They're showing the bear. Why they would show me your information in cartoons? This is different. This is very different. They're showing the hunter pulling back his bow and shooting at the bear, and missing the bear out of compassion and love. So it's kind of like maybe shooting over the bow, saying, "This is what I want to do, and I need somebody to help me do it." And ask for help. You need to be asking for help. Basically, is what they're saying, to put some things together and create some new options for yourself. It's a weird way to bring it across, though. And they say there's always do-overs. Don't worry about one attempt being the only attempt that you have. Do-overs, like, just what did I walk into? You have Okay, working. They're just trying to use visualization about putting the dots together. They were trying to use that as because when I say connect the dots, when I'm working with spirit, it's just a matter of connecting the dots. In my mind, I'm always connecting the constellations, the dots between the constellations. So when you hear me say connect the dots, I'm connecting those dots. I don't know why. It's just the visualization I have. So they're saying you're trying to connect the dots. That's where they were coming together, formulating and working on something. Don't be afraid to ask for help. So when they show that Orion just shooting over top of the bear and saying, "I need something," but and it's just this feeling that you need to be asking for more help. I don't know. That's just what they give me. It's a roundabout way uh, of doing it. So let's see. What do we have here? Angel's like, I thought I just saw you online. I know, right? Christine Lupe, Christine. I know I had it right the first time. Where? I don't know what that deck is. Okay. I'm supposed to pull a card, and they said pull it from this deck. So I'll just, so you got a jumper. I just need to go grab it. Let me grab it. Interesting. It's a card about being strong, about knowing when to move forward and when to walk away from situations that are not serving you. If you're revolving in one thing and not getting very far, sometimes it's just best to start all over again and just sever what you thought was helping you and actually was not being as beneficial as you think it should be. It could be a time to just move forward and enjoy your time rather than torture yourself with one thing or another. That's what I get from that one. Hi, everybody. So Christina Emerson says, I heard what I believe was a child spirit say mom to me a few nights ago. It was so loud. What is that about? So here's what happens when people start, hi, Mike, okay. When people start to develop intuitively, when they start to really bring in gifts, which is a thing right now, you guys, a lot of people are shifting gears and becoming more introspective. They're really looking inside. And what happens when we look inside is we start to work on crap and issues and result. Mr. Fry, I thought you were on a plane. You already off a plane? Are you in DC? I'm so confused. People start to look inside. They start to let that go of stuff. They release stuff. They start to move forward emotionally. And what I can say about that is once you start to do that, you start to become more aware of the extrasensory kind of things that's going around you. And when you first start, know when to fold them and know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You landed already. Wow. So when we have processed some internal stuff, we have more room for extrasensory stuff to come in and we become more aware of our environment and our surroundings. When you first start to open up intuitively, you get a lot of profound information. And this is something that happens to a lot of intuitives. Okay. They get people calling their name in the middle of the night. A lot of times children will do this. I've had a lot of children come in and out of middle of the night energetically because we have a lot of compassion for children, right? As parents and mothers and brothers and sisters, children, they're the biggest part of our community. So, but what happens is a lot of times people that are developing intuitively, they have all this rush of information come in. It either scares them, they don't know how to deal with it. It spooks them and they'll withdraw. And then what happens is all of that energy backs up a bit because it does do that naturally anyways. We get a huge influx. Our guides say, look, they're paying attention. They give us a bunch of information and then that starts to gradually back away again. And then you can this is a great time for you to choose whether you want to move forward intuitively or if you want to put that in the back pocket and just walk away. It happens a lot. A lot of people put it in the back pocket and walk away. I put it in the back pocket for 10 years because it became overwhelming for me. And, then one day I went, okay, I'm ready. And I opened up and Sam opened up with me. DC, baby. I'm so glad you're there and safe, baby. So, I mean, my thoughts on this is that you are opening up intuitively. It's your choice into which direction you want to take it. If you're already working intuitively, then you have new gifts coming in. Christina McCabe says, I think I'm hearing voices to sounds like the TV is left on, but there's nothing on. It's faint. Sometimes I get some things that are clear. Clairaudience, you guys. Do you guys want to talk about clairs? We can talk clairs all evening. I love to talk about clairs and teach clairs. So we can talk clairs if you guys want to talk clairs. I'm all about it. Let's do it. But clairaudience, it's really, really common to get that faint, muffled sound of voices. Getting the clarity in the conversation doesn't always happen until you really start to meditate and ask your guides for help. And we were just talking about this in the intuitive development class. We were talking, Leslie's like, I know, right? We were just talking about this in the intuitive development class on asking for help and protection and guides and things like that. Because it's important to be able to ask for help and to realize that we can. We're totally, the plane, deplaning. Oh, you're deplaning. I getcha. You're deplaning. Okay, be careful. In DC, people are crazy. So, but yeah, when it comes to working intuitively, guys, it's a muscle that we all flex at one time or another in our life. We are all intuitive, every single one of us. So it's a choice. It's a choice. Do we want to do this more, or do we want to do this less? Do we want to pay attention? And this is a big one. They're saying something about this. Somebody needs to change their verbiage. When you say, I can't, I don't, I won't, I'm not, guess what? You can't, you won't, you don't, and you're not, right? So always pay attention to the words coming out of your mouth. You're beautiful every day in every way, getting stronger and more intuitive, and feel more blessed each day in every way, right? I know, right, Leslie? It is super fun to see people go, oh my gosh, really? That's what that is? I'm talking to dead people. I love it. Christine Emerson says, I shut down my psychic abilities while I was going to med school. I feel like I'm ready now. I did before the crossing over ceremony, and I did see white shadow travel upward. Isn't that crazy and cool? To some people, it's going to seem crazy, and to us, it's cool. So it's crazy and cool. We are all intuitive. You wasn't hearing things and you wasn't going crazy. I am Brenda, right? I am the I am energy. I am everything I want to be. I'm beautiful and blessed and excited to be talking with such an incredible group of people all the time, right? Oh my gosh. I hit the ground running this morning. And here's the other really important. Hi, Sandy Sargent. Hi, Sandy Sargent. Oh, thank you. I like it. It'll be for sale soon. As soon as I'm done breaking it in. I have another one already on the bench. Not like this. I have a piece on the bench. The Merkaba. I have a Merkaba on the bench that I just finished cutting out a little bit ago, and it looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. So, what do you think about remote viewing? I think remote viewing is amazing. It is stretching our human brain beyond physical construct, right? It is just the government's word for a psychic. It's really all it is. It is a government's word for using claircognizance, clairsentient. We remote viewers put all of those things, they're very dynamic in their clairs, into a picture. That's what it is. It's really, really interesting. I hear voices as well, like someone is talking in the next room. I can hear what they're saying, but I don't know who they are. I choose to be intuitive. I love that. That is such a powerful sentence right there. I choose to be intuitive. I choose to be intuitive. I love that. Who am I talking to? Because I don't see your name. I just see Facebook user. As I have been awakening, things are more clear than they used to be. It's like the universe has been hearing and seeing me asking for the truth, which it always does. Always hears that. It decided it's my time for the truth now and forever. I love it. Thank you, Leslie. I finished it 2 days ago. Yeah. I'm just now getting back into doing jewelry. I've been out for about 2 years now. And this is all hand cut. That's sterling silver, all hand cut with a saw blade about as thick as a hair. Oh, it's you, Stacy. Hi. With a saw blade about as thick as a hair. And I bust a lot of them. Yes, I do. So I have pictures of the Merkaba. I'll have to post them in a little bit. It's the beginning stages, and it's always very ugly when it's starting, but hopefully beautiful when it's done. Let's see. I do love that. That is a really incredible sentence. I choose to be intuitive. Really, really is. And just by a show of me, who's ever felt crazy doing this? Who's ever felt just me? You know, like we might be on the wrong side of the picket fence every once in a while. Just kind of wandering around and people looking at us a little bit funny. And that is something else that's part of our journey and learning, that we have to be accepting of ourselves and not worry so much about what other. Do you do men's jewelry? I have. I do. I do a lot of. It depends on what you're looking for. I've done bolo ties. I have bolo ties actually in stock. I do a lot of Western jewelry as well. My jewelry thing is my jewelry Facebook page is Mystic Cowgirl Jewelry. And look at us, right? We all feel a little crazy, right? But yeah, I do men's jewelry. And here's the other thing. If you guys are feeling a little crazy, do you have someone to talk to? Me with the hearing things in the middle of the night, trying to sleep, but I do relax and listen, and it helps calm me at times. When you're having troubles, Katrina, call in Archangel Michael. Hi, Tammy. Call in Archangel Michael if you're having issues, though, and ask him to shush the crowd, because it's important. Do you teach how to develop remote viewing capabilities? Sometimes I see things going overseas or street names over violent activity has occurred. That's clairvoyance. Do I teach remote viewing? I kind of. We teach every aspect of your clairs that go into it. So we do teach that. Now you just try to strut. I love it. Don't you wish you were crazy like me? Unique, beautiful like me, right? So when it comes to teaching remote viewing, we go in with all of the intuitive skills that go into it, because really remote viewing is a conglomeration of all of your intuitive skills wrapped into a bundle. It really is. Yeah, Sebastian, and if you have something idea of what you want made, you can always message me and let me know, and I can see if I can fashion that. Shared to a very special group. What group? What group are we shared to? Michael is our man, right? See, here's the thing, you guys. I believe, and this is my belief, like we all have different belief systems, and that's fine. I may not believe exactly like you believe, and you may not believe like I do, but I tell you what, I still love you, because we're all in this unique journey together on different paths, like a million different paths that are just walking right next to each other, right? And what's beautiful is when you find community to actually be able to discuss the things that you need to discuss, because the more you talk about your journey, the more your guides listen, because they're going, they're doing either the classes or they're paying attention, they're meditating, they're giving me information, they're asking for help. And we did talk about that in class today as well. You have to ask for help. You have to ask for help, because you know what? If you don't ask, they can only have a limit of what they can do. You know that? They are constrained by rules on how much interference can go on in the human realm. And if we don't ask, they're kind of running into a glass wall. What does it hurt to ask? Can I have a little help? I have them big tomorrow. Can I have some help with me tomorrow? Can I reserve some help for tomorrow? Can I reserve some help for tonight when I'm trying to get some restful sleep? Who sleeps really well? Who sleeps really well? Give me rest if you sleep really well, and give me a disruptive if you feel like you are going through so much work in the middle of the night that you can't sleep, that you don't wake up feeling rested. I think it's my team trying to help me through those tough nights. Make sure you're setting up. Who sets up hours of operation? Who sets up hours? I didn't used to. And let me tell you what, those children that I talked about coming through my dreams in the middle of the night and coming standing next to my bed, that kept me grouchy and very, very unsettled because I couldn't find my center. I couldn't sit there in the daytime and be like, I feel so peaceful because I was just tired. Would you say that it's pride or ego that helps when asking for help? I say it's social conditioning. I say it's social conditioning because is it pride who taught, don't ask for help? Who taught it? Did your dad teach it or your mom teach it? Did their parents teach it to them? You can do this by yourself. You're a big boy. You're a big girl. Pull on your panties. You got it, right? We're told to not ask for help. We can do it by ourselves and we're supposed to. No. We're supposed to ask for help. So here's what I challenge you guys to do. When you, right, we are told we should be independent. But independent from other people or independent from our spirit team? Right? So I challenge you to, when you go to bed tonight, 2 things. Call in Archangel Michael or whatever protector guide you want to work with and ask them to come in and help you rest. And then set hours of operation. A lot of people that are social conditioning, right? But you didn't have it on the list because why? Because that would be wrong to say that somebody taught you that to ask for help is bad. We want to look at everybody in the best light, right? So you're strong enough to do it yourself. You can get over that. You can get over that all by yourself. So when you go to bed, ask for your protector guides, Archangel Michael, whatever, to come in and wrap you up in love and light and help you sleep. But I also want you to set hours of operation. Between this time and this time, I am sleeping and you will not invade my privacy. You will not get within my energy. You will not talk in the middle of the night. I am sleeping because when I go to sleep tonight, I'm going to sleep so well and so deeply and so soundly that when I get up tomorrow morning, I may have gotten messages in that twilight right before I slept and right before I woke up. But boy, in between that, I was perfect. I slept like a log because you will not bother me in those hours. Be very firm in it. Ask for your guides to help you create that bubble of protection and love and light and calm and let you sleep. And see if it helps. I'd be interested to know. I did it. I started doing that years and years and years ago. And now I don't have children running around in my house in the middle of the night. The most, and I'll tell you the one that startled me the most, and the one that really got me doing that was the alien standing next to the bed. That was a first for me in my brain. That shouldn't have been a thing to have happened. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, now, was it actually standing there? It was an image. It was clairvoyance and awareness, but it was there. And it scared the living pea water out of me. So that's when I started setting up hours of operations. Like, we are not bothering Lisa in this amount of time because this is how horror films start. And that's where I was at that time. I was just like, oh my God. So that's, Hi, everyone. Still feeling lost with things. Getting started next week with intensive outpatient care. Hopefully it's a new beginning. I hope everything is working out well for you and that the care that you're getting creates new avenues of healing, love, and light for you. Vulnerability was taught as weakness and frowned upon around me, but I believe otherwise and can be very powerful, right? I know, right? I want to know how everybody's sleep is affected. Because if you're very firm and you say, because we do so much work on the other side when we're sleeping, like we are totally off doing other stuff. But if you set the intention that I can go do, I can go do other stuff as long as I don't have spirits running in and out trying to give me instructions. And that's my healing time. That's my healing time. I've an independent to a fault. A lot of us have, right? Still working on lowering the walls and accepting help, asking and accepting for help. A lot of us are independent to a fault. I know I can have moments like that. Like I put Sam on the plane and I'm like, I can go home and lay the flooring in the rest of the house, right? I have the power tools. I can do it. And I know I can, but I'm going to hurt for weeks afterwards. So do I really want to do it by myself? Do I want to be that independent? No, I don't. I wish I could say that I did. I would have done it a couple years ago. It would have been all done. But I just not now. I don't want to. I don't need to be that independent. Yes, being vulnerable makes me feel weak. But here's the thing. Your soul's not vulnerable. It is your physicality. So I know that they sound like two separate things, right? They sound like two separate things. Do you know, let's Sam do it. Sam and I do it together, and it's much easier when we do it together. It really is. So we just have half this bedroom delay. But our soul, when we raise our energy within our soul, when we boost that soul energy up and we are like, I am, I can, I will, all of those things, those manifesting words, right? And we put that out there and we boost our energy up. The body vibrates higher. When the body vibrates higher, healing occurs. So add meditative practices to your healing session, your healing. Add finding your center, add feeling better about yourself, go to YouTube, you guys. YouTube is an incredible resource for guided meditation, right? Sebastian Roberts, Raphael, call on Archangel Raphael. Incredible healing angel. But do you understand that you have a personal healing guide just for you? A guide that's signed up in this lifetime just for you. They're dedicated to you. Call upon that angel. Call upon that guide to come in, not necessarily an angel, but call upon that guide to come in and help repair anything that you need help with. I'm adulting and missed the start. Adulting, right? We're just talking casual stuff this evening. I also see dark shadows as they are walking by me, but never in front of me. I'll tell you why in just a second. They also sit on the back top of the couch and watch TV with me like a friend would when they spend time with me. So what I would suggest is feeling that energy. We see things, right? And we stop there because sometimes it's startling. We see things, but feel out with that energy and does that energy feel familiar? Is it somebody you know? It could be. If you reach out with your energetic field, it's obviously a conscious energy, right? A conscious energy that's chosen to sit and watch television with you. The reason, here's me in science. I love science, and science is always in the act of trying to catch up with metaphysics, right? They are always trying to prove what we know. Because we live here, they live here, right? So why is it that you can never see it head on? That is very, very relevant when it comes to seeing spirit. This isn't like the program Medium. I wish it was. I was so disappointed because I didn't start doing this till I was 38 years old. And I expected to see dead people. I expected to see it just like in that program Medium because this was cool, right? Well, what I found was, it's a fleeting moment. Clairvoyance is a fleeting moment of awareness, and then the picture's gone. And it's very much the same way when you actually see something physically, which is kind of rare, but we do see shadows, right? Here's what happens. You're looking straight ahead. And this is really, really important because when you are looking straight ahead, a lot of people are experiencing shadow, right? Seeing shadows over here. When you're seeing shadows off to the sides, it is a spirit energy trying to get your attention. It could be a loved one. It could be Joe Schmo just wandering around, right? Trying to get your attention, whether it's a guide or a past loved one. what do? Our first instinct is to turn, right? And look and see where it is. Gone. The rods and cones in our eyes pull in wavelengths that are different than what are caught in our peripheral view. The peripheral view catches higher wavelength levels than the direct contact of the rods and cones in the front of the eye. So what we're seeing directly on vibrates lower than what's going on either side. So that's why we can't see what's going on over here. We can see it from out the peripheral because it catches higher wavelengths. Look straight on, it's gone. And that's your science lesson for tonight. About 6 years ago, I had a spirit follow me from one place to the next. I felt like it was a feminine energy. She was a cloaked figure. I saw her in the reflection of my television. She didn't walk on the floor. She floated near the ceiling and went from side off to the room to the next. I believe her saw during the stay. She was searching. I'm not sure what the spirit was, but I did cross her over. Do you know what the cloaked figure was? I don't know. I wish I had an answer. I have no idea. I have no connection with it. So, interesting though, right? And I love that you passed her over. I'm an Amazon woman in a 4'11" body. I love it. Hear me roar. I love it. One plays with my hair. Who else has energies play with their hair? Yeah. This is the thing. This is a tell. This is like a poker tell. When we work intuitively, we get different things. Like this is Metatron, Michael, Ezekiel. I know somebody can talk to angels when I get this. It's like a poker tell, right? So it's just one of your guides trying to get information to get you to notice them, right? You blew bubbles in your chocolate milk. It felt awesome, right? Friend Limo, I need video. I want to see. It's so funny. I'll tell you what kind of video I have right now. I have a video. We have emu eggs because I paint emu eggs and make them into shamanic rattles. And so the guys' birds are laying. So they lay in the winter, which is so weird to me. They lay in the winter and cover their eggs in snow. What? So anyways, it's emu egg season. And Sam's home and I'm like, he's like, let's have one for breakfast. I'm like, seriously, these things are, I got them sitting over here. But you have to blow them out, right? You have to blow the eggs out. I have video of Sam blowing out emu eggs. It is the most hysterical thing, you guys. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm gonna. It's so funny. So stay looking straight and see how long you can keep that energy off to the side. Nobody told you off either. I'm so glad. Joe Schmo. Just look forward and just, see what you can pick up. Yeah. I don't turn my head to look. Instead, I close my eyes and feel. Isn't that right? Right there. Because I know already who is there. I know who he is. I know what it is, a woman. I know when it's a woman, like my sister, right? Energetically, we feel that. I see entities off to the side when driving home through the forest towards home. And you're so right. Cannot see them when I look dead on, right? And we're just kind of going, why? Why? There we go. Your beard gets touched. That's awesome, right? Now you know. I do see dead people, and I have since I was about 2. A lot of people see them very clearly. Some people see them straight on and just as a person. If I'm doing a connection, if I'm talking to somebody, and there's got to be a really strong connection. Boy, if someone wants to come across, they're just right there. Wow, I see dead Civil War soldiers in gray and white uniforms. I also see Union soldiers floating above the grass. Wow. Anyone flip them the bird? No. No. That's so funny. No, I've not yet. Oh, you know what? I think on some grumpy nights when I wasn't getting a lot of sleep, I might have growled a little. before I realized that I could set rules because it is my energy, right? It's my energy. That way, it's family, friends. They stick around. So, turned off the drumming. So I just wanted to step in. This has been fun. This has been fun. I will be on tomorrow morning coffee chat between 9 and 10 with spirit animals. Are we given main ones? Or generally with animal totems, you're giving 7 to start with that are going to be permanent. Don't ask me why the number 7, but it's 7 you start with that are going to be permanent. And then you have transitional ones that come in and out. That's the same thing with your spirit guides, though, as well. You get permanent guides, and then you have guides that come in and out for situations. So it goes both ways with totems and humanistic looking spirit guides. And I say that very loosely because sometimes we don't all have what we would consider typical spirit guides. You can have extraterrestrial, you can have elemental, there's a bunch of different stuff that's available to us. The first time I saw spirits was when I was in preschool. They presented themselves as characters from Sesame Street. I love that. It was the count and the other was the honker. I thought it said hooker. I'm like, Sesame Street? I have a permanent one that I know of. I need to hunt. I see all my ancestors I don't control when they come. I can call them and they can appear. They come when they have something to tell me, not physically talking, but I can hear them in my brain. Oh yeah, absolutely. 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 I have a couple that I was made aware of early on in my energetic journey. And I have others that just pop in and out, and a couple constants that I would be lost without, right? All right, guys, I am going to alien spirits. It's not alien spirits as much as it's energy. It's not so much a spirit as it is an existence, an awareness, an interdimensional awareness kind of thing. You were talking next level, Ashtar kind of stuff, and we're not even going to start talking about seriously about channeling this evening. I have nobody to ground me this evening, so we're not going to do any channeling. Did you notice the stutter? Some bullshit. That's what that is. Some bullshit. I have to say, I was thrown for a loop. I was thrown for a loop last week, and I took a week off. So, trans channeling, the next trans channeling session we do is going to be, I don't even know, off the hook weird. So I have to get with, see that? I have to get with Ellie and set it up because I can't even start talking about working with this particular energy before he's knocking on the door going, hey, is it our time? Are we doing this? Are you ready? No. No. You need someone to practice with? All right, trans channeling, Leslie? I will not do what I did last week. I won't do what I did last week. For anybody that's some people on here, yeah. He pushed me down the stairs and then beat me with a baseball bat. It was wrong. Actually, what happened, I got a download, like a massive download, right, because I was refusing to close my eyes and channel and just trance. Because I was online by myself. I didn't want to do that. And I wouldn't close my eyes. And all of a sudden you could hear I sounded drunk. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, but I had a huge download, and then I was like, I'm offline for a week. So, no, yeah, it was the Moldavite. I don't have it on my desk now. I don't have it on my desk. I told Sam, I said, I'm kind of nervous to get back online because it was just ridiculous. Pushing boundaries is what he was doing. He was pushing boundaries. So it's all good. It's all good. And I'll practice with you, Leslie, whenever you want to practice. It's important to have someone to practice with when you want to do something like that. If you don't feel comfortable, you're out of your comfort zone, have someone to practice with. It's important. He did, Chris. He really did. It was, I went back and I watched it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, seriously, there's no, what's in the cup? Well, you know, I don't know that I was scared to start with because, and I'll tell you why I was scared. The behavior that I had happen like that almost looked like a mini stroke to me. If that's what it felt like. And if it hadn't been immediate when I started doing something spiritual, I would have been concerned. Seriously. You're more than happy to be guinea pig. So when it happened, I really did. I kind of had to step back for a second, and I had to assess my physical well-being because I could feel not being able to put words together and the stuttering that was happening a little bit. And I thought, okay, this is spiritual. This isn't physical. And I need to figure out what to do about this. And I had to get offline. I actually sat in my office and cried for a while because it took me a while to get myself together. And it took me, matter of fact, Ellie Coyle messaged me and she said, do you want to talk? And I was like, no, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Don't want to talk. And she's like, no, we really, really need to talk. So I got on and I was talking to her and she encouraged me to take time off. So I was done talking any type of intuitive for the day, but I was going to get back on the next morning and it was important that I took time. So yeah, it was a look. I had to look like, the hell? I was a little irritated. Anyways, sage candles. Hey, do you make candles? Who is this? Is this still Stacia? I like sage candles. I'm looking for some sage candles. Who am I talking to? It just shows Facebook user. I know when somebody's on Healers and Intuitives. That's why. So, anywho, everybody, I know I keep saying I'm going to get off here, and I am. So, interesting. I'm going to get with Ellie. We're going to do. We have some things coming up in the membership. We do have we have Friday. An archangel person is going to be talking as an intuitive in the intuitive class, intuitive thing. Okay. Yeah. Message me. All right. Everybody have a great night. I'm going to go cuddle the dogs because they don't understand why Sam left again. I know, right, Chris? Sage candles. I'd say sage soap. Say that 10 times. And we'll go from there. So I got to go cuddle the dogs. They're so confused. Everybody have a great evening. I will talk to you in the morning if you catch me in the morning for coffee. And have a great night. Feel blessed, find joy, all that good stuff. Drop me a message because I don't remember your last name. I do, but I don't. Drop me a message and I'll give you my address because I really would like to talk to you about candles. You can do it on My Mystical Life or Lisa Fry. Doesn't matter. Just drop me a message. Okay, because I can't just click on you here. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good night. Bye. Bye.